Cook's been here. That was probably the most famous of Cook's voyages. He's been here 3 times, Captain Cook. Most people aren't aware of that. Someone else that's been here 3 times, another famous person from England, is Charles Darwin. Heard of Charles Darwin? Naturalist. On his first voyage, he actually, on the way home, after his journey around South America, the Galapagos Islands, and on the way back to England, he actually stopped in Sydney Harbour and then gathered a couple of horses, hired a few guys, and then just crossed the Blue Mountains in 1835, 1836. Yeah, 1836. And he was a seriously young man too, as were many of the explorers and so on. Charles Darwin was like in his early 20s when he did that. Can you believe it? But most people, when they envision or conjure up some type of image of Charles Darwin, is, you know, it's one of a man in his 70s or 80s with a beard, a grand beard. Certainly didn't look like that when he visited Australia. Most of his controversial publications didn't come out for many decades later, which was probably a good thing, because if even a few decades probably would have, I think, potentially have meant the difference between life and death in some cases, you know. He was taking a big risk publishing them decades later. They reckon came here about, no, I'm going to ask you guys that question. Anyone still awake? How many thousands of years ago you reckon the Aborigines came here?
40,000.
How many?
40,000.
That's pretty impressive, you know. That's certainly a safe figure, a very safe figure. It's been around 40,000. It's always but you know, like, there is a lot of evidence to indicate now as long as 60,000 years ago. It's hard to comprehend, but there is. We get more and more evidence to indicate as long as 60,000 years now. That's like a ridiculously long time. Well, let's even assume 40,000. You know how old writing is? We humans started, I nearly said putting pen to paper, some of the oldest forms of writing on stone tablets and stuff like that, like probably 6,000 years ago at the most. Try that. There's no such thing as writing. And even these primitive forms of writing were like bizarre shapes. Some of them just looking triangular and so on. So it's very, very basic. It's hard to believe that Sydney, everything we see in Sydney today, none of it was here a little over 200 years ago. A little over 200 years ago, the Aborigines were just running around throwing spears and boomerangs. You know, I guess we cop a lot of flack. You know, I guess you know, the fact that when England came over here and colonised Australia, or made to feel guilty in so many ways, maybe because